Okay, there we go. So here we still have here's the air signs, still a masculine sign. The air, oh yeah, don't worry about these symbols. These are symbols. When I was first studying, as I explained in the last thing, I was differentiating between the tropical and the sidereal a lot at the beginning. I used the sidereal as the regular aspects. And I put these wave motion signs in for the tropical. In the end, it's not what's standard here. So I go back and I put the regular signs in for it, and I just specify if it's tropical. I specify if it's sidereal. I put the SID beside it so I know. As long as you keep track of the difference between the two, it's okay. But so they may look at what is these signs, but wherever they are, you see the symbol for it. Okay. But the orange for the Gemini, the air, the independent expression, the freedom of thinking, it's orange color. Not a responsible color, not a serious color. It's expressive. Libra green is expressive but social. It's a little more interactive. Nighttime's increasing. It's the beginning of the fall. The sharing, what we have. That's Libra. Then the winter is knowing how to survive the cold, knowing how to make it better than just the cold rules of Capricorn, or the coldness is knowing how to get around and do things in the cold. It's about accumulating knowledge, because knowledge really is power. So what's purple mean? Well, you got all the different categories, all different layers of Aquarius. Now start bringing in these layers of meaning that relate to purple. And if you're relating to purple as healing or amethyst, or you're working with stones or crystals or makeup or colors, wow, you start to see the effects that different colors have. So not just clothes, you got makeup, eyeliner, eyeshadow, you got colors of hair. All of these things are incredible astrological statements of acceptance, or of trying to be something we aren't, or it's like either from rejection, I got to be this color, or it's from projection, or from affirmation of who we are. Wow. Or an exploration of ways we could be. Then you have house designs, clothes designs, car designs, colors everywhere. We make so many choices by it. Kind of depends on our Sun and our Venus. What we like, what makes us confident, what gets us talking, Mercury. What makes us feel secure, the Moon. What sign's your Moon in? What color makes you feel secure? Well, come on. You're thinking about your mom all the time and it's bugging you. You got colors you can work with this. Just a little imagination, just a little connection. You start seeing, wow, this has huge implications without words. What I'm trying to do is secure it so you can see that this is so, and you can be confident to trust the colors in this way. When you start doing that, you've got your scales in place, you've got the structures in place, and you see them. You can see it becomes another dimension of perception. So you put the fire and the air together, you have the masculine signs: Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Sag, and Aquarius. They're the six projective signs, and the feminine signs are in between it. So the cardinals, the primary colors, and the secondary colors are the fire up to heaven, the air. In old mythology and all the literature, you have the elements. You have the earth, the water, the air, the fire. And they have different levels of density, of concentration, of experience. And we have different degrees of experientialism. In our charts, we all have different proportions of this. But this is the masculine signs. Then when we want to go to the feminine signs, they're the tertiary colors. So you have the feminine signs have the tertiary colors. Again, red, orange, these are the reflective signs, red, orange. It's not blatantly red, it's not orange, it's in between. It's noticeable in a Taurian way. The Cancer is the amber, that's the soft feelings, mellow yellow, like mellow colors, candlelight colors, secure colors. Virgo is the practical, yellow-green is the practical. It could be, you could say khaki or army colors, but yellow-green, it's not sometimes there's phases in fashion where this comes out, but it's not the most comfortable color. It's a self-critical or analytical color. It's earthy, but it's trying to fix things, improve things. It has that mercurial side to it. So okay, then you have the Scorpio teal, which is how beautiful water can be, but it can be so judgmental if anything messes it up or changes it or but then you have the Scorpio color of the teal, feminine reflective color. Then you have the indigo with the deep dark Capricorn color, really spinning off the winter solstice, the greatest darkness coming out, the dark blue, whereas the radiant blue, the sky blue, is reaching up to the solstice, the Sagittarius. Once you hit the solstice, you're at the point of greatest darkness. Really, it's the mystical point in the zodiac. The greatest darkness is the begin. The year really begins on December 21st, 22nd at the winter solstice. And then it brings out, by the time you get to spring, well, you're halfway through the cycle of the daylight increasing. It's not the beginning. Aries is halfway point. It's completed at Gemini, the greatest brightness, and then you have the darkness beginning. Then Libra is the halfway through point of the fall, of the nighttime increasing. But the solstice, the winter solstice, is the mystical deep point. That's the initiates were initiated on the solstice, and they maintain a fast, and they maintain the 3 wise men of silence, the 3 wise days of silence after the solstice, to be quiet, to be controlled and listening. And then after the 3rd day, you could, and in those 3 dark days, the sun would always be at the lowest point in the sky, and it would rise to the same point in the heavens or on the horizon. And after the 3rd day, suddenly you can begin to notice the sun is rising a little bit to the north. It's coming north. It's returning again. And that returning of the light is Christmas Day, is the birth of the child of light. And this comes out of the greatest darkness. So it's deepest, darkest blue, but it gets to the purple in Aquarius. It gets the Pisces. It changes. But this dark indigo or royal deep blue, that's the Capricorn thing. It's a reflector. It's a control color, discipline color. And Pisces, the burgundy, is still a reflective color. So, okay. So when you start thinking, using colors, what's projecting, what's reflecting, what's going to encourage you to be more active and be noticed, what's going to encourage you to be a little more receptive. If you've got a Gemini that's talking too much and always talking, never listening, how do you slow them down? You get them some clothes, or you put colors around it that aren't orange or yellow or red, or trying to build it, that aren't encouraging it to go more. You calm down the atmosphere. So the idea of what are the atmospheres? To create a colorful, active atmosphere, or a receptive, reflective, sensitive atmosphere. We have choice, or some degree, if you have all 12 colors, you have a bit of all of that. But we create themes in our rooms, in our houses, in our homes, in our clothes, in our makeup, and just everywhere. It's pervasive. Okay, so now we see, here's the whole 12 signs. I'll put there, and here the Capricorns are the correct color here. It's a darker color. So you see the distinction between the true blue, the Sagittarian blue, and the Capricorn. They're strong, darker blue. And getting the 3 colors, Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, is very difficult, because it's hard to, if you make it, this is a little orangey for Taurus, should be a little more redder, but the red can run into the orange so easily, and the red orange into the orange. It's very difficult to see. That depends on how good your eyesight is and what colors you can see. Another factor in the chart, how good is your color perception? How do you improve it? How do you make use of it? Do you dream in colors? Of course we dream in colors, but not everybody remembers that. Everybody remembers dreaming. So we're here, we're living and experiencing in different degrees, different amounts, different qualities. We're attracting one level of consciousness, one planet, another. We're living in different places. We're getting experiences at that level, and we're struggling to receive and gain experiences that way. the colors can assist it or reinforce it or take away from it or complicate it or slow it down. It becomes a whole matrix, a vast spectrum of color. So let's just keep going. But because here we come back to the 12 signs and the 12 colors again. Just easily represented, easily seeable. So we saw them in sequence by the spectrum, how it fits to the wheel of the zodiac. Now we're seeing it by the structure of the zodiac. Whoever made the structure of the zodiac knew the structure of colors. And maybe it was the structure of color that developed the zodiac, or vice versa, like understanding these. I mean, we're seeing the color here. These could also be interpreted as musical notes and how music comes together, how sounds come together. Right now we're looking at the color side of this. So when you put the 12 colors around in the zodiac on these charts, you have the colors, we have all these bands. Each band is one of the planets, and it's of the color of the sign it's in. So you have the mandala. So if you look at this chart, this is my chart, the Venus is, and also when you put the colors in, they're fixed. Aries is on the left and that, but here, so my ascendant in Virgo here, you see the shaded half of the chart, the wheel, that's the half below the horizon. But Aries in this case is on the right-hand side and in the bottom quadrant. So there's the Aries, but the Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn is all below my horizon. It's all subjective. You can see the light and dark halves right away on this chart. In this one, you can see Earth in the center, whether the how far the shadow is over the North Pole, or how far, like it's already into the winter, it's gone past the halfway point, the light. But if this Venus, it's in Sag, it's in this darker side, but the first band, you'll see this orange, this amber band, it should be amber, looks orange, this amber band around the Earth, and an amber band around the inner side of the outer circle, inside of the other circle, that's for the moon, that's the color of the moon. The next little band is a teal color going around. That's where Mercury is. Mercury is in that teal color. Then Venus over here is in Sag, it's in blue, and you see the third band, the Cancer, the Scorpio for Mercury, and the blue for Venus comes along colored around it. Then the next big band of green, that's the Sun in Libra. So the big band is for the Sun. So the two big bands, the moon has the inner big bands, the Sun has, instead of being Mercury and Venus, are two smaller bands in between that. But they're color-coded to represent the expressions of the sign they're in. Then, as you go out, you see in Scorpio, with my Mercury, Mars is there, and in Mars there's a red line, a bit of red marking where it is, but then that whole circle is Scorpio, and Jupiter is also in Scorpio. So there's two bands here, they're the teal color, the Scorpio color going around. And then the third band is Leo, again, like this color from the photographic representation of this colors, and it's lost a little bit. But here's the Saturn in Leo. You see the blue. There's a third cycle going out from the Earth, from the Sun cycle, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn. And here it's this March where Saturn is, then the yellow line goes around. And then if you go along to Neptune and Libra, you'll see, oh no, we got to go to Uranus is in Gemini. So after Saturn gets Uranus in Gemini, there's Uranus at the bottom. It's marked. You see the orange band going around. And then you see the next band is green. That means, okay, that's green. So that's Neptune. Next band is Neptune, and it's green, and there's a green band around. The outer band, yellow. There's the marker. There's where Pluto is. So this is how the chart. This was my Mandela thinking. I was doing these in the 1970s, early 70s, mid 70s. Oh boy, I don't know. I may have done somewhere between 500 and 1,000 color charts, and I hand did them all. So like, but to me, it was just getting into color and getting into the chart. It was so profound. By the time I got to see someone, there was a lot of layers. I still had to use your practical basic astrology for talking to someone, but it allowed other frequencies to come in. Just it was part of my foundation to color. So these mandalas,